Greetings, salutations, Doughboy Nation, Johnny Allen, Supercar Kitty here with Hunter, and today is hopefully going to be a big day. This thing should be on the ground, running, driving, today. Should be. The key word is should be. But, so all we have left to do is put the rear suspension back together, and then put the front wheel bearings back together, and that's it. That's it. That's all it is. And then, oh yeah, and then we have to bleed the brakes. Speaking of which, I'm gonna find my penetrant, and I'm gonna put some penetrant on the bleeder valves because we need to bleed the brakes after, and we got to make sure that they come off. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Alright, what the heck? Maybe I use that. There we go. I had to bust out the breaker bar on him. My boy Grant just rolled up. Grant, how you doing?
Good, bro. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing fantastic.
Bob's doing fantastic.
So, Grant, I'm gonna have you help me put this rear suspension back in.
We're putting you right to work.
Alright.
On the ground.
Grant has these meat cleavers right here that I'm gonna need because that John's heavy, and I'm gonna need you to do the jacking and the lifting so I can get the bolts in at the top and then bolts in down there.
That weld turned out really good. Holy shit, bro!
Sounds very different.
That sounds so much better.
It sounds
so clean.
All right, so me and Grant are gonna try to get this Big Bertha bitch in.
Big Bertha bitch.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm familiar with fat women.
This thing is super heavy, and it's gonna be a very difficult challenge, but we're up for it. So we gotta get this up in there, get these top bolts to go through so we can screw them in. Hope this goes
I was
okay.
screwing in holes in the math teacher.
Dog. Children watch this.
Wow, my bad, children.
I mean, no one watches this really. No one, like 30 people.
I need to bleep it out. He'll bleep that out.
I'm probably not.
You won't bleep that out.
I'm too late. You guys both just go down there and push all the way up, and then we'll switch. So push up against it, and then we'll switch from there. Get under it, get on. You know what I mean? Loosen this a little bit.
Oh, I see. Okay, this whole thing turns. I did not see that. Okay. Let me just find
Twist it just a little
I
bit.
can't twist it and hold it at the same
Here, I can maybe get an arm under here and twist it, and kind of look at it if I'm
time.
able
Go ahead,
to.
try.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Towards him?
My right or my left?
I'll go straight up very slowly so you don't pinch my finger. Very slowly. Keep going, keep going. Alright, now stay right there.
Wheel bearings actually aren't that hard. It just takes a little bit of patience.
How's that? Ooh. That's an easy one out, bro.
That was forced.
Yo, that one just squeezed the fuck out.
Bro, are you?
I couldn't even stop it, bro.
Alright, now push up.
Oh,
There we go.
That's it. That's solid right there. Oh my god.
Just open the door.
Real filthy. You're good. You got it.
Good.
Boys, the suspension is almost in. It's almost in. Both the top hats are bolted in. Now we just gotta bolt in the control arms and then the axles. Then hook up the brakes. Alright. We'll just get started on that like right away. I gotta charge my camera, so I'm gonna just get all that stuff done, and because that's not really like exciting, and then I'll see you guys after. All right, so sometime later, Hunter just got all the axle bolts in on this side. Me and Grant have been working on the bolts on the bottom suspension, and now Hunter's over there doing the other side. What's up? Oh, there's so much dirt under here. It is absolutely insane. It's just raining into our eyes and onto our faces. So we're gonna keep on going. Just keep on going. I mean, you guys, I hope you saw me disassemble it. I hope I showed that properly. All we did was we put the top hat in first, then got the rest of it in, then put the axle nuts on, and then we're putting the lower control arm bolts in. And then that's it. That's like the steps. That's the order. So we're gonna keep on going at this, and not much to really film. So I'll see you when it's done. Hopefully it is. All right, so things are going well. The brakes are going back in. The brake lines are going back in, and everything seems to be working out decently well so far. But Hunter has something to show me.
I have the wheel like not quite like bolted down yet. What I want to do is I kind of want to put it on the ground first, because this might camber enough that we might be able to tuck it inside.
So these metal brackets that are on the coilovers, the brake line holders, are totally in the way. So we gotta literally pry them off. Has Hunter got it by himself? Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, man's got it. Man's got it. Man's got it. Oh shoot. You okay? You cut yourself?
No.
You get tetanus?
You may have busted a blood vessel, but I'm okay. I really don't now, because it looks...
To fender flare or not to fender flare?
Because honestly, like if we just put it up in a little bit more and tuck to the tire, that would look so tough.
Yes, yes. The problem is the tire is literally making contact with the coilover right now.
It is, but you could still space it. Whatever. We're gonna run a fender flare, alright? We'll run a fender flare just to make you happy. But it does look sick.
Maybe it would have been possible if we got like a 25 mil or 20 mil. He's testing out spacers right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing what fitment.
Testing out some things. Meanwhile, I need to get started on the front wheel bearings, because that's like literally the last thing, like the last thing.
And
so we have to punch out the races inside of the brake discs, and then once the races are out, we can clean up the wheel hub, put new races in there, which I have in the freezer right here, and then put the bearings in. And we're good. Well, that's gonna be a whole process, so I'm gonna get started. And I watched a how-to video to do this, so I'm just gonna follow that and do it to the best of my ability. Hopefully it turns out okay. But okay. Alright, so I have got to clean out these things first. Gotta dip my fingers in here, so I got a shop towel here with me. Just gotta scrape out some of this goop. That is pretty nasty. Also, excuse the crusty look of the brake rotors. They sat in some solution to get the rust off, and it just kind of made them look gross. But they should be fine, so should be okay.
I'm confused.
I think I see the races. We're gonna start with the front one first. We're gonna use this punch set to punch out the races in there. So I'm gonna get like the smallest one. So you guys can see there's the first race. The second race is up there. Oh, I guess that one's actually the first race. But we're gonna punch out that one over there first, and then we'll get this out. Oh! That is one race acquired. Now we're gonna flip it over, do the back one. This one's giving me problems. You having a good time over there, Hunter?
No.
How many spins is that?
I'm almost at 2.
3. Don't go more than 3. If it's this hard at 2, get to 3 and just stop there. And Hunter is about to start cutting the fenders. There's a hammer on.
This is the part that I am.
Oh, that was the break. So I gotta now punch the new races in. Here they are, fresh out of the freezer. You freeze them so that the metal can contract and be a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit easier to put them in later on. So first I gotta seat them, and then I'll break out the wheel bearing press kit that I got from Harbor Freight. Let's try to get these in. And Hunter, good luck.
Thank you.
Real quick, yeah, make your guiding line first, and then dig into the guiding line.
Why is this like not even sparking?
Okay, just
Why is this like not even sparking? This is body filler.
really,
It's Bondo. That's fine.
really, it's Bondo. Oh my god.
You know what? Fuck this Fender now. Original paint my butt.
Oh yeah, it's got original paint. Just twist. You know how you do it? That's how you do it. Rip this body filler though. That's new. Hopefully that was only a dent, and someone tried to like blend over it or something. So the wheel bearing press kit I got, it needs a 31 millimeter socket or wrench, which I have neither of. In fact, mine goes up to 30 millimeters, not 31. I do not. My wrench only goes to 30 millimeters. That's my biggest one. So, well, I guess I can't do the wheel bearings tonight, which sucks.
Get that side cut. Let's lower the rear. Let's set the height of the fender flares. We'll put the fender flares on. We'll call it there.
All right, dropping her down. Ooh.
So gingerly.
It's still going. Wait, it's still going. Wait. Dog.
What the hell? Bro.
Well, I can't get the jack out. Bro.
It used to be up here. Ooh. Everything is quite low to the ground.
Yeah, this is.
But the
freaking-
problem is now is I don't want to go higher. I don't.
Now that you've seen the low, you don't want to go back.
No, I don't want to go low because we fucked up. Or I don't want to go higher because we fucked up. We totally fucked up. We shouldn't have cut the fender before we knew how low it was going to be.
Dude, I think you're psyching yourself out. Because I know this because this is the stuff I do all the time when I do stuff on my car. I say, oh, I did this thing that's now permanent. Oh, now I regret it for forever. But then I learn to live with it. But not even that. You start calling it a mistake when it's just yet to be a success. Like, there's people running so much lower than this.
I mean,
There's people who are gonna be at H20 static, an inch off the ground.
this thing doesn't even... Like, this part of the roof is just as tall as this part of the roof when it's on the ground. That doesn't even go up to my chest. I'm gonna feel so puny on the road. Okay, actually, I feel 100% better about it when you say that.
There we go. Finally. Don't regret your decisions.
I'm
mate.
not
Just
regretting
roll
my
with them.
decisions. I wish we just would have cut the fenders a little bit. We wouldn't have cut them as high, so we could have put the flares lower. Also, I feel like part of it is also because we're trying to run front fenders. If we would get like actual rear fenders, we could mount them higher and have them sit lower.
Yeah.
So what we might be able to do is run these for now, put a whole bunch of holes in it, and then put some new fender flares in it later.
I didn't even mention the fact that Hunter got the louvers on. I didn't even mention this. Yeah, he got them on. We just used double-sided tape going down the middle. It's gonna probably rattle a good bit, but it's okay. Oh, so reminder, we're gonna be trimming this, so this is gonna recess a little bit, so this should be like a little bit better. We're gonna also recess, but for some reason there's less camber over here. We don't know why, but there's less camber over here. I'll try to look into why. I don't know why. There's no camber adjustment for this car, as far as I know.
But I think it has to do with the fact that that spring is all the way compressed, which makes it just a little bit shorter, and that one's not. Because we couldn't get that one undone.
Yeah.
So if you can try and compress that spring all the way,
try it out.
It should look just like that.
So you got what, 3 turns on that?
About, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the other ones are at. So we'll just get them tight as hell, and that'll be good.
Like, not at all. Like, no. It's gonna handle like a go-kart.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a go-kart for sure. Like, good news, you're not gonna scrape your tires on your fenders. Most likely. Hopefully not. Hunter is on his way out. He's going back to school.
Go to bed.
Yep.
I'm tired.
We both got work tomorrow. Peace out, my boy. You did good work today. Maybe we didn't accomplish everything we sought out to accomplish, but we still accomplished a lot.
We have good fitment on one corner of the car at least.
Yeah.
One's better than none, I guess.
Now, it's just me and this machine. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day. Wheel bearings, gotta finish those. I'm gonna go to AutoZone, rent their kit, and also go there and get a 31mm socket. I know I need to work on my headlights. I gotta get my headlights done because that's the only time I have to do that. So Saturday night, I gotta do that. The hope is that Sunday we can drive this thing up to school by Sunday. It's gotta be able to make that drive like up and back like a couple times until we're like confident in this thing. Until we're confident enough that it can drive 4 hours down to Maryland and back and drive while it's down there. It seems to be good. I mean, everything's great with it. The only thing that ever has problems is the battery when it dies. But that's it. We do have a fuel leak in the back. It's not the worst thing ever, but we do have a fix that doesn't involve spending any money, so that's okay. I'll probably be doing that before taking it on the road. I think that's going to be it from me and the Datsun tonight. Boy, this was fun. We got a lot done. We got big things done. The rear suspension is completely finished. All the brake lines went back on. That was my biggest fear, was the brake lines. Now the fronts are still a big challenge ahead of us. I have this set up here. I just wasn't able to turn this thing to tighten it down. The front race is pretty much all the way in. It just needs like a little bit more. But the rear one has like a lot of distance to go. But if I was able to tighten this thing down, I would be able to tighten it, and I would have had it in tonight. But I couldn't freaking do that. I was literally a millimeter short. A millimeter. That's gonna be it from me. So if you appreciate the vibes, leave a subscribe. Oh no. Blah blah. Restart. So boys, if you appreciate the vibes, leave a subscribe, leave a like if you'd like. That's gonna be it from me tonight. I've been Johnny Allen, Supercar Kid. And to all of you, I say good night. Or until the next stream. Until the next stream, which will be hopefully right about there.